Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today we will be doing a core yoga with little to no hand or shoulder work. So if you are dealing with some kind of shoulder injury, wrist, hands, anything like that, and you still want a yoga practice you can do, this is the one for you. We have Lana joining us today, so she's going to hop on her mat. On your mat. On your mat. Yes. Okay, so we're all going to start cross-legged. If you need, you can sit up on a cushion or a bolster just to lift the hips, makes it a little bit more comfortable. Cross-legged, or you can be on your knees if that's more comfortable. And we'll start off with some breath work. So just popping one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening your spine. And we start with a big deep breath in through the nose and then sigh out through the mouth. So I'll just show you the first round. So we breathe in through the nose and then we purse the lips and we breathe out through the mouth in quick little puffs of air, counting to 10. So it's in for a big one, and then. So while you're doing this exhale, you're really just firming up your core here. So you're using your belly to snap that air back out with each exhale. So it's a big breath in, and then out for 10. Bring both hands down to the belly, big breath in, and out for 10. So feeling that core really firing up, snapping the belly in, using your core muscles as you exhale, big breath in through the nose, exhale. And one more, in, and exhale. And in. And relax. Let's do a few seated cat-cows. So arching your spine, looking up, rolling your shoulders back. And then exhale as you round the shoulders forward, pull the tummy in, round out your spine. Arching as you look forward, looking up, shoulders back. And then rounding forward as you exhale. Just doing a few more of those with your breath. Inhale to arch, looking up. Exhale, rounding forward. You can use the mat if you need for a little bit more. Inhale to arch. Last one, exhale, rolling forward. Let's bring the feet to the floor, knees bent, arms out in front. And we're going to roll down as slow as you can. Coming onto your back. Coming into some ab preps here. So feet are hip distance apart. Arms down beside you, reaching through the fingers. Tucking the chin on your inhale and then exhale, sitting up. So it's just a little baby sit up. Hold for the inhale at the top. Squeeze your pelvic floor here, switch on your tummy as if you're trying to stop a wee, squeezing everything, and then exhale, roll back down. Inhale at the bottom, tuck the chin, exhale to lift. Hold at the top, squeezing that pelvic floor, tummy in. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, lift. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, down. One more time with your breath. Exhale to come up. Holding for that inhale. Exhale, down. Let's bring hands to the lower belly. We're going to lift the knees to 90 degrees. So So shins are parallel to the floor, 90 degrees in the knees, hands on the lower belly here, finding your imprint. So you're going to push the lower back into the mat, which will make your hips lift a little. Try and keep your knees away from your chest, so you're still keeping that 90 degrees in the knees and 90 degrees in the hips. Lifting the hips, pushing lower back down. Imagine you're scooping up from underneath, so tucking that pelvis. Should be nice and shaky if you've got that imprint posture properly. If this is enough, to stay with it, breathe through it, firing up the tummy. If you want more, you can add some movement to the legs. Inhale as you lower right leg, exhale to lift, inhale lower left leg, exhale lift, keeping that imprint as you lower the legs. So it might just be a couple of centimeters. If you start to lose your imprint, your lower back lifts, that's far enough. Just bring it back up. Inhale lower, exhale lift. Keep checking in with that imprint, lifting the hips. Working through a few more with your breath. Inhale lower, exhale lift. Should be nice and shaky through the belly. Last one on each side. Release the feet to the mat. Let's come up for a bridge. So feet in nice and close to your bottom, still hip distance apart. Popping hands down by the sides, tucking the tailbone, lift the hips to the sky. And then slowly roll it down one vertebra at a time. Tailbone touches down last. Inhale, exhale to tuck the tailbone, lifting up. So we're rolling up and down the spine, pushing with the feet, rolling back down. If you want more, you can add the arms. As the hips lift, the arms come up and over, and back down. Exhale, lift, squeezing your bottom, push through the feet. Just making sure you're pushing straight up to the sky. So you shouldn't be pushing yourself along the mat. Your head should stay where it is. Push through the heels, lifting up. Think about pulling the heels in towards your bum. Last one. Let's hug the knees to the chest. Big squeeze. Little rock side to side. And let's roll over for our swimmer's prep. So I'm just going to move Miss Lana. So rolling onto your tummy, sit. Coming down on the belly. So however you get there is fine. Just be mindful of shoulders, wrists, anything if you're working through that. Arms come out in front, palms face each other. Zip the legs up together, point the toes. Suck the tummy in here underneath. So imagine you've got an ice cube under your belly button. As you inhale, lifting right hand, left foot. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift left hand, right foot. Exhale, lower. Keep it going with the breath. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower, alternating sides, sucking the tummy in underneath. We're working into our lower back muscles here, squeezing your bottom, pointing your toes, flexing the glutes as well. Last one each side. Just bring the hands under the forehead, take a little rest if you need, wiggle the hips. Crocodile pose. One more breath, let it go. Let's roll onto our side. So left side first. Good girl, Lana. And we're going to start with some side curls here. So the front hand can be down on the mat in front of you or on top of Lana. And we're going to start with just a side curl. So we can either have the feet stacked or the top foot in front makes it a little bit easier. Just make sure you don't actually roll forward, so you want to stay back just slightly off your hip. Left shoulder away from left ear, so make sure you're not scrunching into your neck if this is okay for your shoulder. If not, you can do it lying down on the mat too. This kind of action, but we're going to get more into the core if you can come up on the elbow. So using that front hand, pushing down with the feet, suck the tummy in, and your aim is to lift your hips off the floor and back down. So you might not be able to lift, just think about lifting, which will really fire up that belly, the obliques underneath there as you lift. Exhale, lift, and back down. Exhale, lift, and back down. Exhale, lift, and back down. If you're okay with this and you would like to try a side plank, you can come up and hold, lift the top arm up to the sky. 2 more breaths or 2 more little side curls. And then slowly release. Let's spin around onto your other side. Right hand, right elbow under right shoulder. Shoulder stays away from the ear. Either stacking the feet or one in front. Tummy nice and tight. Starting with those side curls. So exhale as you lift, just lifting the hips up a little. You can use this hand in front for a little bit of extra support, just to get that feeling. So once you're up, try and hold it even for a half a second. Squeeze those obliques, tummy really tight. Good. 2 more of those. Make sure you're keeping this shoulder away from the ear. If you want more, you can try coming up for your side plank. Just be mindful of that shoulder. If this isn't for you, stick with your side curls. Lift up and hold. Lana. One more breath. And slowly release. Good. Let's come over to seated. Puppy, you have to move. Let's go this way. Good girl. That's it. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Okay. Now you've got Lana's butt in the video. That way. There we go. Okay, half rollbacks. Let's lengthen the spine. Arms out wide as you inhale. Exhale, rolling back halfway. So round out that spine similar to your cat and cow. Hands come out in front, interlace. Hold there for an inhale. And then exhale, sit up straight in the spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, round it out. Hold for the inhale, exhale, sitting up. So it might just be that little curve and that's as far as you go, as long as you're feeling it in your tummy and not in your back. Inhale, open, exhale, curve. Tummy really tight, so just coming back till you find that shaky point, nothing in your lower back. Exhale up. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll. Hold for the inhale. Exhale up. Exhale. If you want a break with the shoulders, you can also cactus the arms. So inhale, exhale. Hold for the inhale, exhale. Last two. Rolling back. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, sit up. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll. Hold and up. Take a rest. Relax the shoulders, roll it out. Sitting up tall, arms out in front, and then we're going to roll back slow as we can again, coming all the way down onto your back. Good. Once you're there, you can hug the knees to the chest, maybe a little rock side to side. And let's set up for some oblique twists. So I did say this was a core session. Feet are hip distance apart, knees bent, arms behind the head, coming into an upper curl, so lifting head and shoulders, tummy nice and tight. On the inhale, we come up in the center, just a little bit further. Exhale, twist to your right. So you're twisting through your waist, you're not using your arms. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Keeping those elbows wide, so you're twisting through the waist, you're not yanking on your neck. See if you can keep that lower back on the mat as you twist, working through those obliques again, side of the tummy or your love handles. Last one each side. Inhale in the center, exhale, release the head down. Take a breath to reset. Let's come up for a rope climb. So we're going to reach up to the sky. Imagine there's a rope hanging down. Come back into that upper curl. As you inhale, reach with the right arm, climb up the rope. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, reach with the left arm, halfway down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. So with these, we're really thinking about that pelvic floor again. Zip up your lower belly, zip up your pelvic floor. Think about holding everything in rather than pushing everything out. Suck the tummy in, lifting up from the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one each side. And release. Windscreen wipe with the knees, let it go. Let's come up for a bridge hold. So feet in close to your bottom. If you reach down, you should be able to reach your heels. If you're not quite there, that's fine. Just bring them in as close as you can. Arms down by the sides. Push the hands into the mat. Squeeze your bottom, tuck your pelvis, lift the hips to the sky. And holding here, keep pushing down. Feel that opening through the hip flexors, through the front body. Squeeze your bottom. If you want more, you can interlace the hands underneath your back. Be mindful of shoulders here. push the hands down into the mat. See if you can get your shoulders under anymore. And then lift a little higher. Once you're here, don't look around the room, just protect your neck, looking straight up. Keep squeezing the bottom, pushing the hips up. 3 more big breaths. After your 3rd breath, release the hands and then slowly rolling down. Hug the knees to the chest for a counter pose, just rounding out your back. Feet come back to the mat, knees bent. Last round of core work here. Come into an upper curl, head and shoulders off the mat. We're setting up for a hats off prep. So as you, thinking pelvic floor, belly in, everything nice and flat, tummy, lower back's touching the mat, zipping up those wee muscles. So holding here. Imagine we're taking a hat off. So inhale, we bend the elbows, hat comes off over the head. Exhale, we sweep the arms out wide and back to the start. Inhale, taking the hat off. Exhale, sweep it around. This one will be quite intense after the other core work we've done. Working with your breath. If it gets too much for your neck, just hold here gentle and keep that tummy working. Pelvic floor, tummy, everything switched on. Keep squeezing. 1 more round. And then relax. Nice work. Windscreen wipe with the knees. Let's slow it down here with a few stretches. So if you have a strap, let's grab your strap, maybe a dog leash, maybe a belt. Wrapping the strap around your right foot. If you don't have a strap, you can just extend your right leg, hold on behind. Straighten the left leg out on your mat. Right leg is up to the sky. Push through the heel. Try to relax shoulders here. Extend that breath again. Slow it down. Bring the leg out wide. And over to the other side. Stretching all the way across. Push the outer blade of your foot away from you so you get that stretch right down the outer thigh into your bum, maybe into your lower back. And back to center. Switch out the feet. Left leg to the sky. Right leg out long on the mat. Go, give the ankle a roll if you need, and then push through the heel. Relax the shoulders, just use the biceps to pull. Thinking about your breath here. So big breaths in and out through the nose if you can. Use that exhale to release the muscles a little more. So we're not forcing anything. Think of it more as letting go as you exhale. Bring the leg out wide. And bring it to the other side. Pushing the outer blade of the foot away, getting the stretch in that outer hip, glute, thigh. And back to center. Release the strap. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's keep hold of the right knee, send the left leg out long. Point the toes in that left foot, the leg that's long. Point and stretch that leg out. Squeeze the right knee up towards your right armpit. Keep hold with your left hand. Reach the right arm out wide and twist to the left. Recline, twist, just opening up again through the glute, the thigh. Might be more into the lower back as well with this one. If it's okay for your neck, turn your gaze to the right. Reach out through that right arm so you're getting an opening through the front of the shoulder as well. And back to center, squeezing up both knees, switching it over. Right leg out long, point the toes, left knee up to your left armpit, give it a squeeze. Keep hold with your right hand, left arm out wide. Take your twist over to the right. If it's okay for your neck, turning your gaze to the left. Take one more big breath, staying for the exhale. Back to center, squeezing up both knees. Coming into our reclined pigeon, right ankle on left knee. And then opening that knee out wide, so pushing gently on the right thigh. If you want more here, you can thread your right hand through the gap in the middle. Grab hold of your left leg from behind. See if you can still reach the right knee with your elbow and just gently push that thigh away. Left leg can be bent or straight, whatever feels good. If this is too intense, if your shoulders are really scrunched up or you can't rest your head down, stick with that first option. Stay for one more exhale. And release. Both feet to the floor, just windscreen wiper the knees a few times. And then we'll switch sides. Left ankle to right knee. Push that left knee away. Flex your toes here too, so the foot that's on the knee, flex that foot, toes towards the shin. And you'll just feel a difference with the stretch, and it should avoid any overstretching in the knee joint. If you want more, you can pick up the other leg. Bend or straight with the right leg. Still gently pushing that left thigh away. Should be getting an opening in the left hip. Maybe the glute. Maybe the hamstring as well. One more exhale. And release. Both feet to the floor, windscreen wiper the knees. Let's take a full body stretch here. Arms up overhead, legs out long. And finding your half moon on the floor. So we're going to cross left ankle over right ankle, crossing the legs still out long. And then right hand will take the left wrist as you draw your upper body over to the right side of your mat. So you're creating a banana shape or half moon where your arms are towards the top right, your legs are towards the bottom right, and your hips are pointing out to the left. Try to keep your hips flat on the mat. You're looking for a stretch right down your side body, down the left side. Opening through that side body, stretching out the obliques and the abs that we've worked through. If it's too much for your shoulders, just relax the arms a little rather than pulling across. Slowly release, come back to center, switching it all over. So right ankle crosses left. If you did move too far to the left, just shuffle the feet back. And then left hand grabs right wrist as we draw the upper body over to the left. Feet are over to the bottom left corner of the mat and the hips are pointing out to the right. Looking for that opening through the whole right side of your body. Slowly come back to center. Have a little wriggle if you need. And then we're going to bring the feet back, the knees up to the chest. Give yourself a big hug, lift the forehead off the mat. Big squeeze, forehead towards the knees. And then relax the head back down. Find your happy baby. Soles of the feet to the sky, knees bent. Arms come to, hands come to the outside of the feet, maybe onto the ankles or the shins, whatever you can reach. And just gently draw the knees down towards the armpits as you draw your tailbone back down towards the mat. So it's a kind of push-pull effect. Have a little rock around if it feels good. Maybe bend and straighten each leg. Happy baby. Give yourself a little smile. When you're ready, let's take one more full body stretch. Everything out long on the mat. Arms up overhead, point the toes. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. Coming into your final Shavasana, your corpse pose. Set yourself up here, make yourself comfy. Whatever works for you, there's no right or wrong with Shavasana. We'll give you little cues or tips, but really it's up to you, whatever makes you feel comfortable and able to relax. Shoulders down away from the ears. Close down the eyes. Soften your face, your jaw, your tongue, your eyebrows. If you can, roll the palms to face up so the fingers are relaxed, the wrists are relaxed. Give yourself some space. Push anything out of the way that you might be touching. Give the hips and the glutes a little wiggle. Maybe squeeze your bottom and then relax. Letting the legs flop out, letting the feet flop out. Finding stillness here. Giving yourself this time, even if just for a few minutes. Try to stay in your present moment. Notice what's happening around you. What can you hear? What can you smell or taste? What can you feel in this moment? Softening a little more with each breath. We'll be in our Shavasana here for about 2 more minutes. I'll leave you in silence and then slowly reawaken when the time is up. Beginning to give your fingers and your toes a little wiggle. Adding some other movement to the body, maybe a little rock side to side with your head. Take another stretch if it feels good. And then just roll onto your side and slowly come up to seated. Let's bring the hands into prayer, prayer to the heart. Gently bow your head. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.